Hi there! I'm so happy you could join me for this week's Confessions, the Confessions of an Imperfect Meditator. Just the other day, in their frustration, some of my clients were asking me, Ines, what's the purpose of meditation? I mean, seriously, what do we get out of it? What's the point? They're not alone. Like many others, I've also been pondering these questions since the first time that meditation was suggested as a way to minimize my stress and anxiety. And little did I know back then that it would become beneficial for so much more than that. Back to the story though. At first, I tried meditation on and off because it just wasn't working for me. Or so I thought. I'll admit to even thinking, this is all such BS. This just doesn't work. It's only for some people. And the day I finally got still enough to understand why I was resisting it so much, and I was so angry with myself for not knowing how to meditate naturally, that I noticed that those thoughts were coming from the recovering perfectionist within me. The one who needed to see results right away. The one who apparently needed to arrive at enlightenment from the get-go. P.S. I am no expert at deep, enlightening meditation, going beyond the mind and experiencing bliss, at least not yet. So that's not really what we're discussing today. This video is probably for you if you're struggling with starting your meditation practice or just simply thinking about it. You see, many of us are under the false impression that to meditate you must, capital letters, must, keep your mind blank at all times. That was capital letters too. You think that you cannot have a single thought, and if you do, then you're doing it wrong. And you suck. And you obviously don't know how to meditate. That's not you I'm talking about. Those are just some thoughts that may run through your mind. I know they ran through mine. Truthfully, this misconception is why I kept thinking that I sucked at meditating. I just had so many thoughts. So many. And I kept researching and trying though. And a few years ago, I finally understood that it's more of a process and that it's okay if you don't have a blank mind. Though if anyone listening to this can achieve that, that's awesome. I found that meditation has a lot to do with what you choose to do with your thoughts once they arrive on the scene. Will you get frustrated by them? Try to push them away? Get angry or upset with yourself? I was usually in that camp. Or will you just notice the thought and lovingly bring yourself back to focus on your breath once you've let that thought run its course? Remember, it's your reaction to the thoughts that disturbs you, not the thoughts themselves. And so, to answer my client's question, what's the point of meditation? I now see meditation as taking your brain to the brain gym every day. It's a workout for your mind. And like any muscle, it requires consistent practice and training if you want to master and develop it. And you may be thinking, okay, Ines, but you still haven't answered the question. What's the point? I'm getting there, I promise. Just hang in there. I've found that on days when I meditate, I have a higher probability of noticing when I'm about to react to someone or something. And because I've taken my brain to the brain gym that morning, I'm able to choose to pause and to notice my inner reaction so that I can bring myself back to my breathing where I can find peace for a moment. And then, from that place of calmness and stillness, I can respond from a place that is more aligned with who I am and with what my values are, instead of immediately reacting without allowing my mind and body to process what's really happening. I notice my initial reaction without reacting to that reaction, if that makes any sense. For example, oh, look how scared, upset, or threatened I feel by that. How interesting. And I continue noticing how it feels throughout my body while breathing to get back to that place of inner peace. So that then I get to select a response that is most helpful for the situation, and most likely one that I won't regret later. So there you have it. In addition to feeling more inner peace and serenity, that's honestly the biggest personal benefit I've had thus far. Learning to notice and respond instead of immediately reacting. Do I still have thoughts? You bet I do. Have I ever skipped a day? I have. And then I compassionately start again the next day. I'm a perfectly imperfect meditator, and I'll keep trying again and again, day after day. So please, be kind and gentle with yourself. It takes time to see results. Choose patience. And remember that this is a practice. It's not a race. It's not a competition to see who meditates better. Consistency is key here. So even if you start with just 2 or 3 minutes a day, get started and explore different options so that you can find what works for you. You can sit in silence and focus on your breath or on a mantra like here, now, as you inhale and exhale. And for those of you who aren't ready to sit in silence yet, that's okay. There are phone apps and guided meditations that may resonate with you. I love those every once in a while. Explore and discover. It's the best way to figure out your style. It's your choice. It's your journey. So I invite you to allow meditation to become a source of inner peace and serenity in your day. See you all soon.